It's Thursday. We're getting down to business with Cosmo Macero of O'Neill and Associates. The state of Rhode Island is going after Curt Schilling's 38 studios to try and recoup some money, and they're going after him hard. Question tonight, Cosmo, there's a couple of them here for sure. First of all, is Schilling going to lose everything? And second, is the state of Rhode Island ever really going to see $75 million?
Potentially with that much, those many liabilities on the hook, Curt Schilling could be, potentially in serious trouble financially in that regard. With the collapse of 38 studios, there was immediate questions about the financial models the company used, and those are motivating issues as to whether those models were used to perhaps mislead the state as to the projections and the prospects of that company. That's behind the lawsuit. Whether there's money at the end of all this for this suit or other liabilities is certainly an open question. You don't want to be on the wrong side of that, and that's kind of where Curt Schilling is right now.
Yeah, going to be interesting. We have put in calls to Curt Schilling over the last several weeks and months. We put another one out there today. See if he'd like to respond. Thus far, he has not gotten back to us in terms of wanting to come on, make a response. We extended invitation.
You got to catch him between innings when he's analyzing games.
Well, he has been busy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yesterday, we saw George Lucas, of course, behind the Star Wars fame, selling the films to Disney, and there's a couple ways to look at that. One, he says it takes a lot of money to create these films, and they have 3 more on the schedule coming up. But there's also those looming capital gains taxes that are going to rise at the first of the year. Is that a reason to get out from under it?
Yeah, I'm not sure that a deal of this magnitude is motivated purely by personal tax planning. It's certainly good for him to book it in this year. For Disney, essentially, they now have a monopoly on sci-fi, fantasy, superhero films. They bought Pixar in 2006. Yep. They bought Marvel in 2009. Now Lucasfilms. So the deal certainly makes sense from their perspective. $4 billion for him, he says. Speaking of tax planning, most of that's going to go to charity. So again, booking it this year, a good idea. Motivating the deal, probably a lot more than just that.
I think so. All right, let's talk the consumer confidence numbers. They were up. Things looking good today. The markets were up. But the jobs report comes out tomorrow. There have been 40 plus in the Obama administration, but none bigger than this one. Yeah,
slow and steady progress on jobs. I think that contributes to better consumer confidence. Really, the housing market. So many Americans took such a hit in the housing market. As they've seen it turn around, and it has, that really has to be motivating confidence and getting people feeling better about their own personal net worth as well as the overall condition of the economy.
So we have those numbers tomorrow, the election on Tuesday.
Absolutely. And the jobs numbers, remember last week we saw that applications for claims dipped below that key level of 375,000. That generally means you're going to see a decrease in unemployment. The reality is it fell dramatically in September. Economists are predicting then it'll probably stay kind of flat, maybe even increase a percentage point. I think you'd have to see a couple of points one way or the other for there to be a real political impact for either the president or Mitt Romney.
All right, we'll know tomorrow, and we'll see you on Tuesday how it all shakes out. And we'll see you next Thursday.
Big day, absolutely.
All right, Cosmo. Thanks again.
Yep.